Whatever you do, don't expose yourself.
All right, do you have the yips? Like, I don't know. Like,
this has gone off the rails.
I'll give you a round of fisticuffs.
I'm a man of the people. I follow the
yeah.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Pucking Around Podcast 50th episode live celebration. I'm Goosey from the Hibernation Podcast. We are very excited to share in all this with you here watching and hope that you guys get involved. To help light the lamp with me tonight, I have Alex, the Fern Gully from Flyer Gonna Flyera, not the MVP, but the MVN, our most valuable Nortimer from Hab Normals, and visiting Eric, the Filibuster. We got some trivia, guess the goal horn, rolling live Q&A, some submitted questions, some general league hockey talk for you guys to join in, and 4 prizes for 4 lucky winners. Fellas, welcome to episode 50.
How we doing tonight? How we doing?
Doing good, man.
Very cool.
Can't believe we made it to 50 episodes. Eric, welcome, buddy. I know you're over there and helping Alex out in Flyer Gonna Flyera. Definitely appreciate you coming here and joining us for our celebration. So definitely awesome to have you here, man. How you doing?
No worries, boys. It's actually a pleasure. I'm doing great. Long day at work, but now it's ready to talk some hockey with you boys.
Sweet. Well, before we talk some hockey, guys, we got some fun games to play. We got some NHL trivia. It's all about NHL history. We got 10 questions for that. We also have the guess the goal horn / the goal song. If you guys are up for it, and then we're going to get right into some league talk, some questions, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Just for some stuff outside of you guys in the crowd, we are paying attention to the comments section, so please, as always, let us know your thoughts, get involved in the discussion. That's what this episode is all about tonight, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here, doing the thing that we love the most and, talking hockey. And it looks like Alex has a side guest in the camera out there on his right. Say hi to Nicole.
I see a significant other.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, girl? What's going on? However, guys, to win the prizes, you have to send us a message on don'tpuckwithmedia.com through the Contact Us tab. Your emails are absolutely kept confidential. Or if you do feel comfortable sharing an email with us, please email us at puckingaroundpodcast@gmail.com. That's how you enter to win the prize. You need to give us your name so we can put you on the wheel. That way we can spin it for you. And then that way we can also communicate back out to you and just let us know who you are in the comments. That way we can, get you your prize. The prizes are electronic gift cards. So an email will be required to win, but it will only be used exclusively for the prize. Nothing else. It will not subscribe you to anything. Fellas, 50 episodes. What an achievement.
We're almost as old as Rick.
Oh my God! Yeah, each episode gets one close to Rick's age.
Yeah, don't let him hear you say that, dude.
Please, he knows.
He knows. It was ageist. It brings me back to when Alex and I gave him a spanking in the sin bin when he thought, Gretzky versus what was it, Ovechkin or something. Yeah, that.
Those who are wondering, check out Simbin episode 10, where me and Cam double team an old man and make him regret his life.
Whoa.
Listen, we got to make it sound.
Come on.
Better choice of words there, bro.
Better choice of words. Phrasing.
Was it incorrect? I may have said it weird, but were we wrong?
No, we committed a hate crime on elderly. It was elderly abuse is what it was.
Go running away.
He gave up so instantaneously. It was pretty bad. It was pretty rough for Rick. So yeah, I don't know, guys. If you guys are out in the crowd, say hi to all of us. So let's get it going. Yeah, how's it going, Jax? Good, glad you guys are here. All right, guys, what do you think? Let's get into some trivia.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna test some of your guys' knowledge. This is gonna be pretty interesting. Just let me get it set up here for a moment. And then I'm going to share my screen. Guys in the crowd, please feel free to join in. This will be pretty interesting. Hold on, let me see if I can get this going here. It's a pain in the butt doing this all the time. All right, you guys got it?
We got it. Let's see. Trivia time.
Right. Question number 1. You guys will have 15 seconds to answer. Do not use your phones. None of your answers, by the way, in the crowd will be used for the prizing. That is simply just, for you guys alone. The prizes will be given at random. Question 1. What year was the NHL founded? Was it A, 1916, B, 1917, C, 1918, or D, 1919? Your 15 seconds starts now, fellas. Tell me what you're thinking.
1917.
Yeah, B, 1917.
Yep.
17. Crowd, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, guys? Hit me with an answer. Your 15 seconds are up. It was indeed B, 1917, specifically November 16th of 1917, where I think all the original, no, not the original six, not all original 6 teams were there, but that is when it was officially founded. Question number 2. How many current NHL teams do not have a Stanley Cup? Is it A, 10, B, 8, C, 11, or D, 9?
I believe
Starts
it's
now.
A. I believe it's A.
10.
Alex thinks it's A. Matt thinks it's A. Seems to be a consensus.
Florida was 11, I believe. Now it's 10 with Florida winning last year.
I'm going to be different, and I'm going to say C.
I was going to say C11, huh? Crowd, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? How many years? How many years? How many years? Did I say years? Jesus. How many teams? That's what I get for the last questions. Yeah. It is indeed 10 teams. Oh, and I don't know why I put C, but it was A.
It was A.
It was A. I'm already screwing up my own slideshow. Yep, it was the San Jose Sharks, the Buffalo Sabres, Vancouver Canucks, the Minnesota Wild. I can't even say the Minnesota Wild correctly. The Winnipeg Jets, the Utah Hockey Club, the Ottawa Senators. Which, interestingly enough,
yeah, because technically they have a cup. Technically
they have
the
a
old
few. But it was before the formation of the NHL where they got their cup. So technically,
it was back when the Stanley Cup, because originally the Stanley Cup was just within the Canadian leagues, like the 2 champions of their leagues were then played for it. Yeah,
and then the National the Columbus Shit Jackets and the Seattle Kraken. God, what? And then there's Alex's favorite team up there, the Buffalo Sabres.
The terrorist organization, as I call it.
It's not the terrorist organization, dude.
I mean, the Pagulas run it, so it's pretty much borderline a terrorist organization.
Oh, my God, dude. You're freaking terrible.
Listen, no disrespect to the Buffalo
Sabres. You need to stop
Sabres.
calling them the terrorist organization.
There's a lot of players on that team I like.
You're going to get us in trouble.
Yeah, we're going to get canceled.
Three-headed defense monster, but God, get rid of the Pagulas.
We're going to get a call from Kim Pagula just being like, so I heard you said my organization is a terrorist organization, and Alex is going to be like, yeah, I fucking did. He goes, yeah, I fucking did. They suck. Question number 3. Who was the player to hold the record for most points in one game? Gretzky, Lemieux, Howe, or Sittler?
Sittler.
Daryl Sittler.
That was really quick for dang. I think Alex is just going with it just because.
This one I am. The other two.
Yeah, I think you're just going with it. Really? If you weren't going with the other 2, what would you say it is?
I would have guessed Lemieux. To be honest with you.
Why don't you go with your heart? What are you saying with them? Stop going with the crowd, you loser. Like, why don't you say, like, you take a guess?
The last answer I said first. So hold on a minute.
Maybe you should just be better.
I said it first in the last one.
I don't know. Are you sure it's Sittler? Are you really sure it's Sittler?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say Sittler.
All right, you're going to say Sittler? Fuck you. It was Daryl Sittler. He got 10 points. He got 6 goals, 4 assists.
He looks like a mop.
Well, it's because I kind of had to expand that photo a bit, buddy. Like, yeah, he does. That haircut looks freaking atrocious. They didn't really have, like, the lettuce back then to kind of handle that situation. You know what I mean? It was Daryl Sittler, though. Fucking Toronto Maple Leaf, too. Can't even believe it. Yeah. If Rick was here, he'd be rolling over in his grave dealing with this
Rick
bullshit.
Would be punching the screen right now.
Oh, my God. Come on, guys. Bring it together. This technically has 2 answers. So it is 2 teams here that have actually achieved this. Which team won 4 Stanley Cups in a row? And ironically, they were pretty close together. Like it was like one after the other, pretty much. Which two teams have won the Stanley Cup 4 times in a row?
The Islanders are one.
A
Like
and C.
80 to 83 or
Yeah,
80 to 84.
A and C.
The Canadians, I think, in the 70s are right before them.
It's the
Yeah.
Isles and Habs.
The Islanders
The
and
the
Canes.
Habs did it, I believe, back in like the 50s and 60s, if I remember correctly.
Well, the Canadians, I think, did in the 70s. Oh, then they went 4 in a row in the 70s?
Yeah, they went.
I know they went 5 in the
I
60s.
think it was
I think.
74
I
to
believe it was
9.
the 60s, they won 5 in a row.
Time's up, guys.
Theo
So what?
has Isles and Habs, and Jack also has Isles and Habs.
Isles
So
and
what do
Habs.
we think? So Isles and Habs.
Yep.
Yeah.
The graphic was not updated, but it was the Islanders and the Habs. The Habs were 76, 77,
Yep.
78, and 79, and then the Islanders were immediately right after.
Good one.
Heck, the Flyers even lost. That was it.
Flyers won 2 in the 70s.
The Flyers lost
What?
to the Canadians in 76.
What former NHL player holds the record for having the most Stanley Cups? Jean Beliveau, Ivan Cornier, Henri Richard, Claude Provost.
I'm going to go with a complete guess and say Cornier. I have no idea. on
I'm
this one.
pretty sure it's Henri Richard.
It is C. Henri Richard, the pocket rocket.
Final
Fun
answer.
I
fact,
think
he's
Cornier to be different.
actually, well,
It is indeed Henri Richard. He has 11 Stanley Cups. Jean Beliveau was right behind him with 10,
mhm.
Okay.
which is wild.
How many
Beliveau's
did my
got.
guess have?
Wild.
Just out of
I think
curiosity.
as an executive too, Beliveau's got like 5 or 6 more. It's crazy. But yeah, as a player, it's Richard. Fun fact: he's actually tied with Bill Russell for the most championships of like any North American athlete.
Who also won
11.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right, guys. Ready for another one?
Let's do it.
Yep.
If it wants to work for me. Who was the first NHL player and the only NHL player to win the Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year? Gretzky, Messier, Howe, or Bobby Orr?
I'm going to go Mark Messier here because Sports Illustrated, I don't think existed until the 80s and 90s, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to go Messier.
I'm going
Bobby
Gretzky.
Orr.
So what were the final answers, fellas?
Bobby
I'm
Orr.
going Gretzky.
Jack says Gretzky, and BL Duff says Bobby Orr.
Okay. So Alex,
And
you have
Nicole
Mark
also
Messier.
says Messier.
Who needs what, guys? Come on. So come on, give me the final answers.
Hey, Gretzky's my final
Bobby
answer.
Orr.
And I said
Gretzky.
Messier.
All right, guys. Matt was the only one who got it right. It was Bobby Orr. He was the first and only NHL player
Yes, Naughty.
in 1970 to get it.
Wasn't a guess. It's
Good. Okay, good
the
answer.
issue he was named
It
is
was
framed
good,
in my
good
uncle's
answer. I
basement.
feel like we're in the Family Feud, dude. I feel like we're in Family Feud. Yeah, Mark Messier was a good one because he had the leadership award named after him, but it was indeed Bobby Orr. Yeah, he's the only NHL player to ever achieve it.
How old is Sports Illustrated? I didn't think it existed.
I don't know. I think it was before. It was definitely before like probably the 50s.
Wow.
I think. I don't know.
I knew that one.
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea. Bale Duff says, Matt, you followed his lead. Good job, jackass. Stealing answers. Can't do that. No cheating.
See?
No cheating. There's no come on. What are you doing? Jackson, I'm depressed with you. Like, what are you doing? You need to be better at that. It's Bobby frickin' Orr, baby. It's a Boston Bruin. Question 7, guys. What is the longest unbeaten streak recorded by an NHL team? What is the longest streak? Not what team did it. What's the longest streak?
The answer is B, 35 games,
35.
done by my Philadelphia Flyers.
Yep.
Are we positive?
I'm 100% sure on that
100%.
one. I know that one.
Are we positive? Matt,
I
do you
quote
want
I'm
about
gonna
that
go with the
all
Flyers
time.
fans
It's
on
B,
this one.
35 games.
You go with the Flyers fans on this one? Jackson says D. Are you sure it's not 28 games?
I am positive it's 35.
You sure you positive?
I'm
Guys, anyone else? Anyone? Bueller? It was 24 games. No, I'm just kidding. It was 35 games from that stretch from 1979 to 1980 by the Philadelphia Flyers. And there's a picture of fucking Gritty, dude. Yikes. I'm sorry. I first when Gritty came out, I hated that mascot.
I didn't know how to react, to be honest with you. But honestly, he became such a worldwide meme that I just grew to love him.
I genuinely thought that he was going to give me nightmares. Like I did not like him at all. Now I think he's an absolute riot. Like he just makes me laugh. He throws pies in people's faces, dude.
He does, and he does the best pelvic thrust you've ever seen in your life.
No, I think that belongs to what? Yuppie? Yuppie? Whatever the fuck. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Yuppie or Yuppie?
Yuppie is what Gritty was before he went on drugs.
Look at the guy's eyes, dude. Like, just look at his eyes. They're just
Fun fact,
up.
Yuppie was
He's on
actually
coke.
the mascot for the Montreal Expos. But when the Expos weren't a team anymore, Yuppie then went to the Habs.
Oh God, Eric, get that out of here, dude. I feel like he's like the monster under my bed. Like it's you know, it's just not right. It's just not right.
Oh, my cup.
Okay, I'm concerned about you. Someone needs to check in on him. All right, we're moving on because if I have to stare at Gritty for one more second, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I have a Gritty pop.
What? Question 8. What's the record for the longest NHL game ever played? Is it 152 minutes, 133 minutes, 176 minutes, or 187 minutes?
Give me a minute. It's the 5 overtime game between the Penguins and Flyers in 2000, but I'm trying to remember how deep into it.
Is it?
No, the Habs were in it. I don't know how long it was, though.
It was a game that went longer than
You sure?
the Flyers and Pens went 5 overtime.
I want to say A. I know the Habs were in it. I don't know how long it was, though.
No, I could have swore the Flyers and Penguins broke the record in 2000.
I need a time, guys. I need a time, not a fucking
I'm going to go with
team.
A, 150 minutes.
Same. I'm going with A.
Everyone's go. What do you say, Norde? Do you want to go to Flyers fans again? Oh, all of you are wrong. It was
the Habs were. I knew that. Oh no, it was the Maroons.
It was 176 total minutes. But in 1936, the Detroit Red Wings versus Montreal Maroons, it was a 1-0 Detroit win. 176 minutes.
How many overtimes is that?
And 1 goal scored. I don't care how many overtimes that is. That's painful. That's a lot. That's 8, maybe.
That's
no,
7,
it's not.
I think.
It's
60
7
minutes in a game. 5 overtimes would be 100.
It's like 6. It's like 6 overtimes.
6
That's
overtimes.
It's too many.
It's a
too
lot.
Many.
Got 9 of you
Actually,
here, folks.
I'd be with 4 minutes left in the 6th overtime.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you, dude. This is kind of wild. Yeah, but BL just goes, yeah, Rick was at the game. I know. What a dick. Okay, this is it. So, guys, question 9 and 10 question 9 and 10 do not have multiple choices. It is because question 9, there are 32 NHL teams currently, but there were not 32 teams in 1974. So use your brains for this. Those are your options. What NHL team notoriously drafted a non-existent player? The hint is that it happened in 1974.
I'm going to guess the St. Louis Blues with absolutely nothing to back that up on. I just know they were a team then, so I'm going to say the St. Louis Blues.
Come on, crowd. Let's hear it.
I'm going to say the California Golden Seals. Because they were still, maybe that's why they don't exist anymore.
I will say this.
The story behind it is hilarious.
I'll give you another hint.
Eric,
I'll give you another hint. It is still a current NHL team. It is not a former NHL team.
All right.
So it wasn't Jack says the Senators. I don't think they existed then. They
did not exist yet. I'm sorry. Yeah, it out of the teams that are currently in the NHL that were around at that time, they were. It was not a team that does not exist anymore.
So Nordy's.
So then it's not Minnesota.
It's the Sabres, but I'm guessing the Blues just because I don't want to back out of it.
I'm waiting for Eric. I can't wait.
Penguins.
Penguins. Nordimer. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep. I
you
forget
are right.
the story behind it. It's hilarious, but yeah,
it was
Buffalo.
The Buffalo Sabres in 1974. Taro Yoshimoto was not a real player. And as you can see in the top right picture, that was some fan trolling the shit out of him. The
I'm
number on
pretty
that jersey was
absolutely
74.
hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it's because like after like a certain amount of rounds, like they just didn't care anymore, so they're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna write someone in.
Yeah, it was nuts. So whatever. But that is it. That's your famous terrorist organization, Alex, at their finest.
But see, and do you
Just
see why
hiding
I
field
call them
goal.
that? Do you see?
Oh my God.
They deserve it. I don't even hate them. I just hate the Pagulas.
There's some history behind this question. Who was the first American-born captain to win the Stanley Cup? It has only ever happened twice in NHL history. His
Very nice.
initials are DH.
I want to say Dominic Hasek, but he hasn't won one.
Former
also not
Flyer
American?
Darian Hatcher.
An American-born
He
captain.
does have citizenship now, but not when he played with the Sabres.
What
No.
the fuck, dude?
It's former
Hasek
Flyer
was the
Darian
first guy
Hatcher.
that came to mind, but he didn't win one.
I will give you guys a second hint if you want it.
I know
Let's
the
hear it.
team. I think it's Dallas.
That's correct. That was the second hint. He was the captain of the Dallas
Darian
Stars.
Hatcher.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're right, Phil. I think it's Darian Hatcher.
It's got to
Yeah,
be
former
Darian
Flyer
Hatcher.
Darian
I didn't
Hatcher.
even think of him.
Bonus question. Who is the only other American-born captain to win the Stanley Cup?
Was it before or after Hatcher?
I will not answer that.
I'm pretty sure it would have to be before. I mean,
Patrick
after.
Kane.
Yeah.
Why would it be? Wait, if Darian Hatcher was the first American-born captain, why would it be
Patrick Kane.
before?
Kane wasn't the captain.
No, Taves was the captain.
Oh, you're right. Taves was the captain. Shit.
Bonus points, guys. Who else knows it? This one's pretty obvious.
Oh, what was his name?
Oh,
Did they play for New Jersey?
Jack Eichel, Vegas.
Nope. He was not the
He's not-
captain. Mark
Wasn't
Stone
the
was
captain?
Oh, New Jersey.
was not New Jersey.
Was it New Jersey? Oh, fuck.
But New Jersey was involved in the final. Or one of the finals.
Oh, it was against Colorado, wasn't it? I'm
Nope.
blanking on-
No.
New Jersey was
Oh.
involved in one of the finals. Martin Brodeur played the game. Alec Martinez got the game-winning goal, I believe.
Alec Martinez.
You doubt he's
Alright.
American?
2012.
Oh no,
Oh, Brown.
Brown.
Dustin
Yeah,
Brown.
Dustin Brown.
That was
Dustin
2012.
Brown.
That was 2012. I'm so mad I missed that one.
Oh man, wow! You guys really struggle with that one. Yeah, what was it? You were asking like, is it before or after Darian Hatcher? Well, then Darian Hatcher would be the first fucking American-born
Well, then what?
Who asked that?
No.
You dick.
No, okay, I deserve that. That's a fair.
Oh my god, guys, that does it for the
That was fun.
first
Good.
Mm.
I got
Yeah.
more than I thought I'd get.
All right, guys, this one's going to be difficult. I'm going to play. We're going to move on. We're going to play Guess the Goal Song. Guys in the crowd, pay attention to this. I'm going to play the goal song. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds just to guess a team on what it is. All right, guys?
Yeah, let's
You
hear
can,
it.
in the chat, you can guess it right away. If you know the goal song or the goal horn, you want to guess the team. Guys, I'm going to wait for you. You guys just need to wait for the song to end, and then we'll play it. As soon as I figure out where the heck I put it. Goal song number 1, guys. Wait till the song finishes, and I'll give you guys 10 seconds.
Chicago Blackhawks.
You guys have 10 seconds. Which one is it?
Chicago Blackhawks. Come on. we all know.
The Chicago Blackhawks.
That's got to be one of the best goal songs in the league. I'm not a fan of the Blackhawks, but I love their goal song.
Guys, by the way, guys in the crowd, we have 9 goal songs. It's going to be 2 goal horns from each division. However, there is a 9th in there that is from a team that is no longer part of the NHL, but they have relocated. Here's goal song number 2. Take a guess,
I
guys.
want to say that's Detroit or Buffalo.
guess.
I feel like it's one of those two.
I'm
Ooh.
between Detroit and Coyotes.
I'm gonna say Detroit.
Based on the horn.
I'm gonna.
But
It's
based
one
on
of
the-
those two. I think it's Detroit or Buffalo.
Ooh.
I'd say the
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
I'm
Buffalo.
going with the
I'm
Coyotes.
gonna go Buffalo.
I'm going Detroit.
Ooh.
Eminem's from Detroit. Detroit.
Eric,
Yeah?
yeah,
That was
buddy,
Yeah.
with the Eminem music, dude. I was like, oh, let's go.
It was Detroit.
It was
Yeah,
Detroit.
no, that made
Detroit
sense.
changed their goal song to Eminem.
Based on the horn had me thinking Arizona.
Oh, the song gave it away for me 100%.
No, it did. That's why I was like,
one of
"Ah,
my
it's
old hats. Even all
between
not a
Detroit and
Lightning fan, I
Arizona.
like the hat.
All right, guys, goal song number 3.
Oh, I know who it is. That's an easy one. I got it. That is the Edmonton Oilers.
Yep.
Is it?
It's the Edmonton
Is it?
Oilers.
Are we
Yep.
sure?
The goal horn gives it away.
Yeah.
Eric, is it?
Edmonton.
He seems pretty certain, so I'm going to Edmonton.
You're going to go Edmonton? It is, in fact, the Edmonton Oilers, guys. Well
And the
done.
horn gave it away.
Well done.
I heard that song a lot a few weeks ago when we were doing our West Coast road trip. It's one of those ones that are hard to forget.
Meantime, I'm like, I just recently heard that song against one of our a team that we played. I'm like, fuck, which one?
Oh, man, dude. Oh, man. All right, guys. Goal song number 4. Ooh, what is it?
Oh, that gave it away. Florida. That gave it away.
Yep. It is indeed the Florida Panthers. That was an easy one. That was a gimme. This one's going to be hard, guys. Hope you guys can prepare. Goal song number 5.
Oh, I hate this one.
Oh, I've always said this one's like the sound effect of someone puking.
This is my least favorite goal horn in the league, but I know it is. It's technically now the Hartford Whalers with the song.
Yeah, the Hartford Whalers, Carolina Hurricanes. The Hurricanes horn with the Whalers song. That's when they wear their throwback jerseys.
So whose goal song is it?
The Hartford Whalers, because you played the former song that
It's the Hurricanes when they wear the Whalers jerseys.
Yeah.
Eric?
I concur.
So, Matt, you said it's the Hurricanes when they wear the Whalers.
When they
jersey.
wear their Whalers jerseys, yeah, on their Whalers night.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to give you any credit on that. It was the Hartford
It's the
Whalers.
Whalers?
Yeah, it was the Hartford Whalers, which are the Carolina Hurricanes. They did relocate to Carolina.
No, that's
However,
fine.
I can't
That's
give
plenty
you
fair.
credit.
But I believe they do use that when they wear the jerseys too.
Wrong. Jackson's just like Coyotes. I don't think he's gotten one right except for the Panthers, and after everyone has said it, so there we go. We're moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like everyone to welcome in our producer, Rick. I hope you're ready because I'm bringing you in here, baby. Full steam. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, everybody!
Hey!
There it is.
I'm on both at the same
Here we
time.
go.
That's
Let's go.
Okay,
Our
I just went on
director.
mute over there and see that. How's the sound now?
The
It's
sound
fine.
wasn't. It wasn't even changing, dude. It wasn't good.
Oh, so I'm on both?
Yeah. Welcome
Hey.
to the competition, buddy. You are gonna guess the next goal song.
Oh,
You
God.
ready? Oh yeah. It's gonna suck. Ready for goal horn number 6? You have to wait till the song finishes, and then you can give your guess.
Okay, I'm going to guess a goal horn song. Go ahead.
You want the team. You don't want the song name. This is the
Right.
team.
Yeah.
Ready? Let's go. Song number 8. Nope, not number 8.
I know who it is.
I have no idea.
That's Buffalo. That's Buffalo.
That's Buffalo. That's Buffalo.
Yes.
Your
That one's Buffalo.
I
That's
would
his
know
favorite.
from my
Buffalo.
would know that song from my ass.
Eric, what do you say, buddy?
Buffalo
Minnesota changed the song.
seems about right.
Buffalo is not correct. It is
Minnesota?
the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, I knew it. The
It
horn.
is the
The horn was
Minnesota
Minnesota.
Wild.
I didn't know they changed their
They're
song.
doing
I
goal
thought it was
horns.
Yeah.
Buffalo because they
no,
do
I
that
would know
song
goal
for the
horns
Buffalo
from.
Bills. The Bills make me want to shout.
It
And
is
yes,
the
he yelled out,
Minnesota
"Of
Wild."
course would be
Damn,
pissed
you
if he hearing this,
suck.
which is why I took it off.
You guys aren't. You guys killed it in the beginning. All right, let's see if this is your downfall. Ready for number 7, guys?
Hear it.
Let's go.
Number 7. Oh, you.
I know that's
This should be an easy one.
yes, I love this song.
I've heard that one before. Hey, everybody. Give me a hint.
Listen,
New York Rangers.
I hate the New York Rangers, but I love that.
New
Song.
York Rangers.
I
Is
hate
it
the
the New York
Rangers, but
Rangers?
I've always vibed to that goal song.
Okay. Alex says New York.
It's
Rick says New York.
Oh, I didn't say
Nordy.
New York.
I
Oh.
said the Rangers.
It's the Rangers.
All right.
Jordy's right. It's 100% the Rangers.
Eric.
Well, J-Sock said Penguins. I'm going to go with J-Sock and say the Penguins.
Okay. Rick.
I'm gonna say I have no fucking clue.
You have 32
Rangers.
teams. Take a fucking guess.
I'm gonna take.
What are we doing?
Colorado Avalanche. Why? I don't know.
That's insulting to the Colorado Avalanche. It is indeed the New York Rangers.
Good.
It's
I knew
insulting.
that.
Don't insult the Colorado. It's my second favorite team, dude. Here's
I
a
don't
here.
know goal horns. I'm sorry. I don't pay attention that well to the.
I
Well-
like listening to them.
This next goal horn is near and dear to 2 of our hearts,
Oh.
fellas. Here you go.
Austin.
Philly.
Philadelphia.
Philly. It's the horn. Horn gave it away.
We need a
I
I
break.
don't know
I
why
have no
you
idea
didn't
what
pick
I'm
Duke
doing.
though to make you
Is-
really
We need a
happy.
break. No.
Is
play
it
with Duke.
Philly?
Play it with Duke. We want Duke back.
Yeah, it was the Philadelphia Flyers, guys. Good job. Good
I would
job.
kill to get the friggin'
You know,
song back.
Vogel made this, and I was just like, why did you put that there? Like, he didn't do Boston or Montreal in any of these. And I was like, why would you just put Philly? You know,
Yeah, 'cause you
like,
knew
you
we
know,
were-
Alex is going to get it. Like, that was an easy one. That was like a gimme, dude. The last,
Okay, go one more and then I gotta go back.
oh, I'm sorry, Princess here. Here's the last goal song. And then we're going to do our first drawing of the evening. Our first 2 drawings of the evening, actually, for the prizes.
I know this.
Seattle.
That is the San Jose Sharks.
Yep. San Jose. The horn gave it away.
Yep, and the
I figured
song
it was a
actually
C-
gave it away for me because
a sea
they've always
shanty
had the
type
Space Jam song as their goal song.
If I only played the goal horn, it could have been either
If
San
you
Jose
only
or
played the
Anaheim.
goal horn, I may have guessed Anaheim, in all
Yep.
honesty. But when I heard the song, I knew it was San Jose.
Yeah,
The
it's
Anaheim
okay.
one has a little bit different tone.
A little
San
bit, but
Jose.
not
I'm
a lot.
not. I don't do well at this. All right, guys. I gotta get back to my audience there.
All
Hey,
right,
I
there
just
you
wanted to
guys.
say, everybody
Utica
out there,
Comics.
thanks for watching our show for 50 episodes, and here's to at least another 50 more. Have a great show, guys. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Eric.
Joe.
It's Eric. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are going to do our first drawing of the day. So please, if you guys are here in the chat, if you guys actually want to partake in potentially winning a $25 gift card to Amazon.com, those are the 4 prizes, ladies and gentlemen. $25 gift card to Amazon.com. Please message us that you are here in the private chat. We will add your name to the wheel, and then we will get going. So you guys have about 30 seconds to get that going. Let us know that you're here, and then until we see those names, we're just going to shoot the shit for a second and probably make fun of Alex's Fort Imprints balding head ass
Actually,
motherfucker.
confirmed by
Actually-
the people above me, that
Actually-
Hitler's starting to come back.
Actually,
Nordy can confirm this. The helicopter pad on my head is slowly starting to fill in. The hymns, it's doing
A little
its
bit.
job.
I saw a couple of more of his.
Yeah,
Two or three.
Listen, he would have every reason to roast it. He would not be confirming this otherwise. My hair is pulling the fucking biggest comeback since the 2004 Red Sox.
Anyone else just disturbed by that? Like,
Listen, I hate having this fucking bald spot on my head. It sucks.
So what'd you get? Like just two grains of hair? Like I don't understand
No, it's
it.
more than that. It's maybe like 7.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Why'd you make that voice? That was more disturbing than my
dude.
rant.
Just what the fuck ever, dude. Like we also did have some people submit their names.
Got a couple.
So we will have that. Sorry, the wheel is not working with me at the current moment. Oh man, it's really not wanting to work with me right now. It's lagging a little bit. Guys, quick, make up some shit.
So, Nashville
time,
sucks.
Alex.
You said make something up, so I did.
Sucks, yeah. That's it.
Well, that's not made up. They really are. They really do fucking.
Well,
Yeah, make some shit up, dude. Make some shit up.
I'd rather watch Pig try to watch that fucking team again.
Yeah,
Claude Giroux should be a Hall of Famer.
Yep. Yeah, we need some more shit.
Yeah, he should.
He should.
Make some shit up, guys.
I think he's got the numbers.
Listen,
Some shit.
the guy's got almost 1,100
my
points
God.
already. He's going to get
Oh
over
my
1,200.
goddamn.
I'm on the Claude Giroux to the Hall of Fame board. Who's with me?
Oh, you got my support. That's for sure.
Nikita Zadorov
What about
leads
the
the
Hall of
NHL in penalty minutes
The
by a
fuck ever.
shitload. By a shitload.
Suck
Over 10
my
minutes now.
ass. Suck
Caps
my
looks in third.
ass, buddy. Suck my ass. I can't with you. I can't with you. Oh my God. Well, guys, I mean, we only got 4 people that submitted their name. I don't know. We got 4 prizes. Should we just give those
we
people?
can do this first
those
thing
4
with
people
just
prizes?
those 4.
Let's do that. Let's do it up. Do it up. If this wheel ever wants to work with me, this is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. This is unbelievable. It's the worst kind of discrimination. It's the kind that gets me. Let's get this wheel going, fellas. Let's get this wheel going. All right, guys. First prize of the night. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 2 prizes right now. 2 prizes, then we're gonna jump right into the league talk. The same person cannot win the prize twice. Same person cannot win the prize twice.
Why is there a child there?
Hey, I have no idea, dude. Nella, congratulations on winning the prize. I will reach out to you personally, and you will just allow us a couple business days to get that done. So congratulations on winning your prize. That will be delivered to you shortly, or, well, within the next couple of days. We're going to remove you, and we're going to do 1 more out of the 3 of these wonderful individuals here, and then we will do 2 more later. So stay tuned. Let's spin that wheel, guys. Can I get a drum roll? Can I just get something? I don't know. Nat, Nordy, snore. I don't know. There we go. I just clicked. I'm so freaking stupid, dude.
I got my money on BL Duff. Dude, it's on the line! Oh!
Hey!
Yo, I thought it was going to be on the
Wow,
line.
that's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
That's crazy. I thought that
I
was
was
on line.
looking
Hey,
for the line,
BL Duff.
not the
Good
line.
for you, buddy. Good for you. There you go, buddy. I believe Rick has your contact information. We'll reach out to you, and we will also make sure that you get your gift card. Please allow us a couple days to get that situated. As you guys know, it is the holiday season, so we just need a little bit of time to do that. We will do another drawing. We got 2 more Amazon gift cards to give away for you guys, so please stick around. If you do want to be entered in that, you need to let us know in the comment section that you are here. The same person cannot win the prize twice, so if you don't list your name here, you don't get a prize. It's just the way it is. We need a way to contact you, and if you are affiliated with us in any way, you are automatically disqualified. Sorry, Nicole. Love you lots. But guys, let's talk about the league a little bit. Let's get into a little bit of a podcast stuff. Guys, in the comment section, please feel free to join in. And let's get started. So, Alex, why don't you kind of lead us off with some discussion topics and what you got?
So
Also, sorry, Alex, before you get started, guys, in the comments, please also let us know if you have any questions on the NHL, anything that you want to bring up, we'll address them as they go. Let's get this started.
So I like to start in the Central Division. A argument that I've been putting up for quite some time. I'd like to officially wave the white flag. The Nashville Predators are cooked. COOKED. I've been on the horse of saying that I think this team still had a chance to make a push for about a month now. I said I'm not going to, hit the horn until at least after Thanksgiving. It is now today, December 9th, 8:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Nashville Predators are cooked. I do not think they're going anywhere. I'm officially waving the white flag on that take. Nope. No more arguing it. No more fighting it. I've waved the white flag.
I mean, I think it's a valid thing. What are they going to do? They got to do something.
So what they should have done quite some time ago is fire the coach and try to do something about it. Try to revamp the room one way or another. However, unfortunately, that just does not seem like it's going to be the case. I don't know why Barry Trotz is so adamant about running the same coaching staff. You have more than enough personnel there. You had a Stamkos, you had a Brady Shea, you had a Marchessault on top of what you already had there. And it's not meshing. You have on paper more than enough talent, and I don't think the talent is as much the issue as the schemes that they're running. I think they need to fire the coach. I really do. I don't know why they haven't, but I think they need to.
And yet, that's really the only course of action I think that they can take. Like, on paper, the team should not be that bad, but it's like, they played the Habs last week, and I think I would have been more entertained by watching paint dry than watching that team, especially on their power play. It was just atrocious. Like, there's no chemistry. Like, no one wants to step up. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but it's bad.
We played them.
I think it's consistent.
Yeah, we played them a couple of weeks ago, and they kind of outplayed us pretty heavily. But then they just lost to us in heartbreaking fashion. We tied the game with 11 seconds left, and then Sean Couturier won it in overtime. Even when they play well, it seems like they find a way to lose. It's just something they need a new voice, I think. Sorry to interrupt you, Cam. Continue.
No, you're good, dude. I mean, Biella, I don't know if this is a serious question, odds, but will Barry Trotz go down behind the bench at this point? Like, he's the GM, right? And I think he's doing a fantastic job as that's the wrong thing. He's doing a fantastic job as the GM. He brought you Jonathan Marchessault. He got you Steven Stamkos. They had a very busy offseason. I mean, he's not going to go obviously down and go to the bench, obviously, right? Like, I know this is probably satire, but or satirical in a way. But you got to wonder, what the hell is he going to do? They can't stick with this coach, dude. Eric, I don't know. Do you think that the best course of action would be a coaching change?
Well, look, I think Burnett's going to finish the year there. I think it's a new coach is not going to save what's going on there right now. Because look, I like the moves that they made this offseason, but they gambled on a bunch of old veteran players. And I think the biggest need that team had was at center, and center was not addressed. Like, I think I've said this before in our pod on Flyer Gonna Flyer, but like, I think the one team that probably has a worse center positions than the Flyers is Nashville. Like, you got Ryan O'Reilly, who's what? Like, he's like 33 at this point.
I think he's 34. He's pretty past his prime.
And then, like, what is it? Like, what's his name? Thomas Novak is your second. Novak is your second line center. Like,
they have Stammer, but he's
not going to take a face off.
Like, when was the last time he actually played center?
Yeah, he's more at the wing at this point. You're right.
And like, look, even in the last few years in Tampa, like, he's been a power play merchant. The power play in Nashville is not doing anything right now. So
a lot of miles on that, buddy.
He's fully on point. He's like 40-something points this year. It's been rough.
He's having a terrible season, and like, look, Trotz gambled on some veterans, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't think a coaching change is gonna save their season. So.
You're also stuck with Stamkos at $8 million for 4 years. That
Mhm.
I did not think he should have got that value. I think that was way too much for what a person his age, and no matter how much he's got 3 cups under his belt, because I think he was on the team in 04 when they won.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No, I don't think so. I think he was drafted after.
He wasn't. No,
He was.
Was it-
Oh,
he was just drafted after.
Yeah, he's a little
Okay.
younger.
Yeah.
than
So then
Jordan.
my mistake. I'm sorry. My mistake. Yeah. So, but he's got 2 cups under his belt. So, I mean, and he's been to the playoffs numerous times. I think quite a significant amount. So, I mean, I don't think many hockey players, except maybe Sidney Crosby, has played more hockey than he has. So it's a lot of miles on that body. It was a huge risk, huge risk to add him, and stuff like that. So I don't know. A coaching change has to happen. I don't think they ride out the rest of the year with Burnett. They can't. You went all in on this team in the offseason. You can't just magically hope for it to fix itself. Just because it's 1 year under one coach. You got to fire the coach.
So I think at this point, you got to at least try something, even if it doesn't work. Like this is, as Eric mentioned, this is an older group. They took some risks on some older guys. It's got to be one of the top 5 oldest rosters in the league now. I don't see specifically what else they can do. They're kind of stuck. And we commended them for making all these moves, but sometimes being the off-season champion doesn't always translate. You know what this kind of reminded me of? I want to kind of cross-reference some sports a little bit. Remember in 2011 when the Philadelphia Eagles made their massive push when they had their dream team and everyone was hyping them up? And that team just fell so damn flat. They added every major free agent you could think of. They were hyped up to be the favorites out of the NFC, and they just fell flat on their face. This is kind of like the hockey equivalent of that. But this is even worse. At least the Eagles, I think, then ended like 7-9. Nashville's on pace. Currently, it's the second worst team in hockey, which is like maybe like a 4-12 pace in football. Like they're just, I don't know, man. They've got to try something to ignite a spark, even though it's an older roster. Even if it doesn't work, just to try something. Because you went all in, as you can mention. You've got to try something, or this isn't going to get any better.
It was an old roster to begin with that just got older.
Yeah.
And look, and now they're shipping away some of their younger players. Like Askarov got traded, Tomasino got traded. Like, so I think last year was just like they caught, they got hot at the right time. Like after that U2 thing that happened there, where they couldn't go to the concert, and then they hit a winning streak, made the playoffs, and I think that gave them false hope. And that's the worst thing as a GM is to have false hope. So like he went all for it this year, brought in even older players, and now like look, it's just not meshing, it's not happening. So the best thing for them is to finish bottom 5 and actually draft a center. Because how long, if you think about it, how long has Nashville been looking for a center? Like Ryan Johansson was their best center for how many years? Like Ryan Johansson, come on.
It's funny you mentioned Askarov too. This is one thing that kind of comes to mind. Doug Devil Dog, we see in the comments section, by the way. How you doing? But you mentioned Askarov. I want to kind of pivot that to UC Saros a little bit. Do you think extending Saros and trading Askarov was the right move now that we're looking at it about a third of the way into the season? Or is this something that we look at now that you say, I would have handled that differently, or do you feel like it was still like you'd rather go with a proven commodity than a younger guy who doesn't quite mesh with the age group that they have at the moment?
Well, I personally, I think it was a mistake because I thought they should have been rebuilding in the first place. And you don't trade a goalie of that talent at that age away and sign like even Saros. Like, how old is Saros? He's in his 30s also.
I think early 30s. I think he's like 30, 31. He's not quite that old, but
I think he's 29.
But
29. Okay, so I was close. I knew he was pretty young. He wasn't that bad.
But the problem is with a team like Nashville, right? Is they're like one of those teams like they say in the NHL that like can't rebuild, because if you start rebuilding, you lose your fan base because it's going to be a few years of suffering. So I don't know. Personally, like I said, I would have traded Saros. You have a young kid in Askarov. Trade Saros. They could have got a haul for that guy last year, or even in the offseason or whatever. And you know what? They could have picked up more picks, picked up some younger players instead. Like look what Washington did, picking up a bunch of misfits. and now look at where they are. And Nashville picked up a bunch of like older veterans, and they're at the bottom of the league. So they needed
Speaking
to
of
rebuild.
Washington, let's pivot to Washington because they're the top team in the league right now, as defined by the NHL standings. No
Yes.
one, I think, on their wish list had that like anywhere. I think everyone had like Washington probably falling out of the playoffs, if anything. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
crazy, like on how that is. Sorry guys, I had to turn my camera off. It was just lagging too much, and I
It's
didn't
all
want like my thumb basically in my mouth the entire time.
Like, see, I was like, damn it,
So like I'm not trying to suck on my thumb through this entire episode. Like, you know what I'm trying to do, guys. So instead of looking at my beautiful face, you can look at this beautiful silhouette.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, let's look at Washington. I mean, they got a cancer in the form of Pierre-Luc Dubois, at least reportedly, right? And everyone was just like, that's going to nuke the locker room. I was on the opposite end, thinking that Alexander Ovechkin was not going to let him nuke the locker room because then he would have Chernobyled that motherfucker. So he did that. Like, you know what I mean? Pierre-Luc Dubois may not be having the best season of his career, but I think he's roped in and he believes in what the Capitals are doing. So I don't know. And Ovechkin is on pace, or at least was on pace, to break Gretzky's record this year. And I think everyone else said that was going to take maybe this year and very briefly into next year. So, I mean, the Capitals right now are doing wonderful things. And I'm just as surprised because I thought they were going to run John Carlson right into the ground. Like, that guy he's their only solid defenseman. And then you look at their goalies, like, Lindgren, and
Thompson.
yeah, Thompson. Thank you. I mean, yeah, Thompson has a Stanley Cup, but I mean, it's just interesting, guys. Like, I honestly give tons of credit to that organization right now with the way they're playing, especially after losing players like Nick Backstrom. That's rough.
It's funny you mentioned Nick Backstrom. I'm going to kind of add on to that. I think the biggest reason to Washington's success is they found the new successor to Nicholas Backstrom to play alongside Alexander Ovechkin. And that man's name is Dylan Strome. He is completely broken out this year. Now at 26 assists right now. I think he's top 10 in the league in points. And when Ovi went down with the fracture in his leg, you figured this guy was going to slow down. He has continued to be the heart and soul of that team. What an acquisition he's been for the Capitals. He is fit like an absolute glove. And then you have a guy like Connor McMichael, who has come out of nowhere to be a legit goal scorer for them. I think he's got 14 or 15 goals for them. They have found guys that have just fit like puzzle pieces into that team. But I can't praise Dylan Strome enough with how he is fit to be the new Nicholas Backstrom of that organization. He is just looked superb with on that first line.
No, 100%. And you know what? Like, I'm not sure if I mentioned this on our pod, but Dylan Strome is a guy, and like I have the receipts, man, on Twitter. When he was with Chicago, I was fucking right. We gotta get this guy. Go get him. He's wasting away in Chicago. Go get him. And the worst part is, they didn't even qualify him. He went he signed in Washington as a free agent. So basically, you could have got this guy for like a 7th round pick if they weren't going to qualify him, and especially for a team like us that like was in need of centers. And anyway, but yeah, no, he was great. I honestly thought that Washington was going to probably be like finish as a wild card with all the moves they make because like Cam said, the goaltending. I thought Logan Thompson was a low key, really strong ad for them because like look, he was solid. He's been solid in Vegas. And look, that year that they won the cup, yeah, he lost his starting job to Aiden Hill, but also that had to do a lot with injuries. So I thought that was a huge pickup. And it's like those little pickups that they made even throughout, like Mangiapane and Matt Roy and Chikrin.
I said that. I said Andrew Mangiapane was going to be huge for them.
Yeah,
I said that. I thought that was a sneaky good pickup. Yeah, and it was perfect. Like Jacob Chikrin too. I mean, another solid acquisition that I think they needed. So they might have actually, as it turns out, everyone thought Nashville won free agency. Washington's proving everyone wrong. Like I think that they made did they make the better moves in terms of players? No, but did they make the better moves and how it impact their team right now? I'd say yes.
They added the guys that fit their system well, is what it was, and it was perfect fits. Dylan Strome, I think, to this moment, is the best free agent signing of this year. He has been absolutely superb. I gotta give. Listen, I hate to say it because I didn't think I even had the Capitals in the playoffs. I hate to say it, they deserve all the props in the world. They handled this perfectly. Matt, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you guys hit the nail on the head with Strome. Oh, look, I mean, the Capitals, I think, are definitely overperforming with what kind of we thought they would be at the beginning of the year, but I mean, I'm cool with it. I don't. The Capitals are a team that I mean, I'm a big Ovi guy, so they're doing well. I'm happy. Ovi's doing well. Obviously, I think is he back? He's back, right, from the broken leg, or just?
I don't think he's back yet.
He's just about.
I'm
pretty sure it's inevitable. It's imminent, but oh yeah. I mean, they're a great team. They're actually tied with Winnipeg and Minnesota right now in points. The bet for the top team in hockey. Which
they
is
get the
pretty cool.
regulation win tiebreakers. What Cam was assessing to.
Gotcha. So yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, they're good too. They're a fun team to watch, and I'm glad Dylan Strome is finally on a team where he can flourish. I've always thought Dylan Strome was a very, very good player, and now we're finally getting to see that. Now he's not stuck in Chicago anymore.
Yeah.
We have a question from Doug who submitted on our through our website. He's asking, when will the Flyers get rid of their head coach?
He's not going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think Torts is going to leave when Torts believes it's time to move to upper management. I was frustrated with Matvei Michkov, healthy scratch for 2 games, and he does stuff that I will disagree with from time to time for sure. There's no coach you can agree with everything with, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives with Torts. He does now. Don't listen again. There's some things that aggravate me that he does that make me question, like, is he the right guy for this team? But he's not going anywhere. Torts will go when Torts is ready to go. He's going to go up into the upper management role and settle with the when he's ready to get a Danny Briere, Keith Jones type of role when they're ready to find their next coach. I think Torts has 1 more year left on his contract after this year. Could it be at the end of this year he decides to move up a year early? Maybe. I don't know. But I have a feeling he's just going to finish out that contract and then move up into the front office with the guys. I don't think they're going to fire him.
Yeah, the only way I think he leaves after the season or like steps aside after the season is if Mike Sullivan becomes available. It's the only thing. Like him and Torts are tight, and if he becomes available, I think he could be like the right coach to take us into like the next chapter of the Flyers. Because look, Torts, I think he's done a real good job like teaching the young players. And look, like Alex said, you're not going to agree with every move that your coach makes. You won't. And look, he's made mistakes, and he's even come out and admitted he's made mistakes. So like, look, and I don't think he's a bad coach. Look at all the players that have improved under Torts. So no, like the only way I see him leaving, like I said, is if there's a coach better available, and I think the guy is Mike Sullivan, because I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh, and I don't know if he's going to leave, but I think that's the only way he doesn't coach us next year.
I think Sullivan, if we're going to move to Pittsburgh for half a second, I think Sullivan is gone after this year one way or another. I don't think it's if, I think it's when. I don't think the Penguins are making the playoffs. In fact, I've said it multiple times on this show. I don't think the Penguins are going to see the playoffs again until the 2030s. Like, that team is so cooked long term. I don't care about their little recent surge. Good for them. But if Sullivan were to become available, I'm all for it. He's a Massachusetts native. He's a guy that brings he's like another Torts in that retrospect, that you'll get that immediate short-term boost from the team and maybe even be a guy who you can buy into easily. He joined the Penguins all the way back in 2016, and look what happened that year. They won the cup and then won another cup the year after that. Like, he relates to the players very well. He's not someone that players won't play hard for. So I would be happy with Sullivan. Do I think it happens? Maybe. I don't know. But I would be for Sullivan if the opportunity came aboard.
Do you think Mike Sullivan would even go across the river like that to the competitor because I don't think he would.
I think he does it for Torts.
Mm-hmm. Sully and Torts are really
I'm
close.
hard pressed to think that he would do that.
No, I think
Yeah,
he would.
I'm hard pressed.
Well, I'll say this: if your former coworker, your former job fired you, wouldn't you want to go to a rival?
The thing is, though, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's different.
What were you gonna say,
I
Eric?
feel like that's a little bit different. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think Pittsburgh would fire him. I think he would have to decide to mutually part. Because look at what's happening with Pittsburgh right now. Like, they're fooling themselves if they think that they're even going to be somewhat contending for the. I was gonna say cup, but not even the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, that team is just terrible. Like, you have Malkin and Crosby that are like on their last legs, but Crosby's still playing about a pretty decent level. Look, Letang's not even close to what he used to be.
Close.
Like, Carlson, that trade never made any sense to me whatsoever. And look, they just got a bunch of old, slow guys. Like, they have Kevin Hayes. Like, come on. So, like, why would, same thing with Mike Sullivan. Why would he want to stay there? Because I think he's got another, if I'm not mistaken, he had signed a new contract last offseason or something for another 4 years, or not 100% sure, but so I don't, and apparently he's really tight with that, with the Fenway group. So I don't see him getting fired, but I think Crosby, and I think Malkin this summer in the offseason, depending on what happens during the season, I think they're all going to sit down and figure this out because they have to see that this is just a sinking ship right now.
Yeah. And it's interesting you bring up the Fenway group. John Henry doesn't like to lose money. He is a type of owner that will find one way or another to not lose.
Sidney Crosby to the Boston Bruins, make it happen.
You don't have the asset.
I would. Yeah, it doesn't matter if John Henry owns the team. I would just give it to me for a 7th round pick and a bag of chips.
The thing is, John Henry hates every other Boston team, especially the Patriots. But that's the thing. He's not going to try to satisfy Germany.
John Henry can go fucking suck a fart, dude. Honestly, Jesus Christ.
Realistically,
Alex, book him. Book John Henry. Get him on here. Get him on here. I'm gonna let him have it. I'll let him know my thoughts.
The first thing I'll hear after I try to explain what we want is dial tone. That'll last about 3 seconds. But if
you could leave him a voicemail, it might not be nice.
If Crosby were to get traded anywhere, the only team I could see is the Colorado Avalanche.
I see it, Montreal. He'd go to Montreal.
I don't think he'd go there because they're in the midst of a rebuild. I think Colorado makes the most sense because they're a team that can still be competitive. He loves Nathan McKinnon. Him and the two of them always hang out in the offseason. And, you put in a role where you're on a contending team right away. That team would just make it way too much sense. And that is I'm glad BL Duff just brought that up. That is one of the dumbest things this organization did was give Dubas an 8-year deal.
Congratulations. You just got Alex going on an 8-year tear.
First thing he does is bring in
Alex, we don't have enough time in the world for you to go into how much you hate Kyle Dubas or how much you hate the Buffalo Sabres. We need to cut your time short on that one, big guy.
I just ended it. I said, long story short, he was stupid.
Eric would die in his chair by the time you were done talking about this whole thing. That poor bastard would have to get freaking carried out.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Eric.
Sorry. That's all.
None taken. None taken. Are you all good ragging on the Pittsburgh Penguins now? I know you can go on forever. You also wrote a synopsis, to be putting it lightly, for Don't Puck with Media. It is a wonderful blog on the rise and fall, or just realistically the fall of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Pittsburgh Penguins. On don'tpuckwithmedia.com, where our blogs are. So guys, for those of you who are listening, go check that out. We spend some time. The writing may not be perfect, but we love you guys and we want to put out some funny ass content. And Alex, chirping the Pittsburgh Penguins is nothing short of just hysterical.
It's always fun to laugh at the Pens.
I wanted to bring up another Metro team because they're having a fall from grace, and it seems like a lot of players, especially after the way they handled, and this is going to be a hint towards who we're going to talk about, especially after they handled the Barclay Goodrow situation as well as the Jacob Trouba situation, basically bullying these people out of out of New York. They're falling, and I bet you it was the opposite to Washington. A lot of people had them succeeding. You know,
I mean, when you look at the Rangers, it's a lot of underachieving right now. Zibanejad's been underachieving. Kreider's been Zibanejad's been horrible, not just underachieving. He's been horrible since last year's playoffs. If we're going to be honest,
I could have told you that contract was not going to age well.
And it's crazy because Zibanejad is a well-known Flyers killer, and when he missed that open net against us on Black Friday, that's when I knew something was wrong because he always buries that. 99 times out of 100. I guess that was the one.
Alex, you or I could have buried that.
Yes, it was a pass.
You don't miss that shot. You don't miss that shot.
Went wide. He went wide right on that. So
he channeled his inner Morgan Frost.
Okay, no. Last night with Morgan Frost was fucking hysterical, but we're talking. But I can't get sidetracked on that. Whoops! You forgot the puck.
Hey, he pulled his best Brad Marchand impersonation.
Hey, eat me.
But anyway,
But my captain.
Zibanejad looks like he might be cooked. Kreider, it looks like he's on the downturn. They already traded Jacob Trouba, which is something they've wanted to do for about a year now. It's a lot of outside of Adam Fox and Artemi Panarin, and obviously Igor, who they just extended to an $11.5 million a year contract. We'll see how that ages because it just doesn't seem like you want to invest that much money into a goalie, but we'll see. He's phenomenal. He's arguably the best.
I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they invested $11.5 million into that. Into
they just
that is
Lundqvist all over again. It's
well, if there is one goalie that you invest in, it would be him, I guess. Because how much has he masked? How much has he masked what's been wrong with that team for the last?
That is true. That is true. You want to talk about?
Yes, but I mean, you're taking out that, like, you're saying, like, Keandre Miller's a good defenseman, Adam Fox is a good defenseman, like, it's not like their defense is entirely bad. I mean, he definitely helps for sure.
What are those Amazon gift cards would bring in, John Henry? I just saw that comment. I had to.
It's funny.
Bring that up real quick.
Yeah.
Good.
Come here, John. I'll get him. Book him.
We'll give you a $30 gift card, Mr.
I'll give you a $30 gift card and like all my college debt and shit that he can pay because he makes more money than I ever see in my entire fucking lifetime. Fuck John Henry, loser, bum, bastard, piece of shit. Couldn't even get us one soda, the fucking loser.
That was a crazy contract, but we get way too sidetracked if we got into that. Nordy, your take on the Rangers?
They're bums.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's obviously some problems there. I mean, obviously, Trouba is, I think, the first domino to fall. I don't think they're done in terms of personnel in that regard. But yeah, I mean, something's up. I think they started the season on fire. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, they just forgot how to play hockey. I think they're like 2-7 or like 2-8 in their last 10 or something crazy like that. Like they haven't played great hockey.
Losing the Blackhawks right now as we speak.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but something just like out of nowhere just took over the team and they just stopped playing hockey properly.
Speaking of teams that forgot how to play hockey, the Chicago Blackhawks. Another team that made some strong acquisitions with Teuvo Teravainen, Tyler Bertuzzi, and the surrounding Bedard with some talent, but Seth Jones is still on that team, so whoops. Fucking bum, $9 million loser.
You got Taylor Hall back too after he was hurt almost all.
Douche canoe. Yeah, I miss Taylor Hall. So, Bruins should have never gotten rid of him. They should have gotten rid of anybody else. Morgan Geeky. Bum. Loser.
Blackhawks, if we're going to go on them real quick, then
losers.
I'm wondering where
Peter Mrazek.
Yeah, he's on IR now too, Mrazek. Funny
fucking bum. Their emergency goalie would play better than their fucking NHL goaltenders.
Mrazek actually played well against us. I can't even deny that.
That's not saying much.
Well, we won the game.
That's like saying the New England Patriots played well against the New York Jets. Like, no fucking shit.
We're not as bad as the Blackhawks. Chill. But no, the Blackhawks, I wonder where this rebuild's going. They still have Oliver Moore coming up. They have their big-time defenseman coming out, Leishkinen. I don't know if I said his name right. Might be my first watch of
What
the
about
episode.
Korchinski? Korchinski was supposed to be good too. And then
He was sent to the minors. No, he's back in the AHL now.
Yeah,
he's a fucking bum. He just got called up.
Are they?
but I don't know what the
Bum
Blackhawks' vision is right now. He brought in Teravainen, who's a good top 6 winger. But he's kind of on the back 9 of his career, obviously. You made Foligno the captain, who's a good leader. I like Foligno. He's a guy who will play hard.
I love Fliggy. I would die on a hill for that man. My God, dude, what a fucking guy. I was at the Winter Classic when he was here in Boston, dude, and he just like basically barrel rolled down the fans, like dabbing everybody up. It was awesome.
He's a good dude.
Fucking bald-headed beauty, that bastard.
Well, one of the things I like about Foligno is when he signed with the Bruins, he said the biggest reason why is because he knew how good the healthcare system in Boston was, and he wanted the best for his daughter. I found that really wholesome. That was a little cool moment.
I just want to rub his head like an 8-ball.
A little wax.
I wonder, yeah, dude. I wonder if it'll like give me magic.
Oh yeah,
it's like
rub the magic 8-ball. Will the Bruins win the cup this year? Not likely.
No, it'll be like, don't count on it. Oh, God damn it! Like that fucking meme
there
from
goes
like,
my
Toy Story.
mortgage.
Yeah, right.
But when I look at the Blackhawks, so there's a few guys I like on this team. Alex Vlasic was one of the few signings that they made. I really liked a re-signing in this case. That kid's really good. Taylor Hall, I don't know how much longer you're going to have him in the top end of his career. He's obviously on the back 9 now, too. I mean, they got the big diesel, Pat Maroon. That's always something, but he's just there as a fill-in. But
did you see that graphic that they put out when they faced the Boston Bruins?
no,
The whole poster was just Bruins players.
They
had Maroon, they had Taylor Hall, they had Bertuzzi, they had Foligno. I was like, is there
Ryan
anyone?
Donato too.
Ryan Donato was on that poster. I was just like, is there any? They're basically the Chicago Bruins, dude. Like it's what it is.
But the washed up ones, the ones that they kick off.
Yeah, the ones that they got our sloppy seconds. They got the sloppy seconds, dude. Except for Foligno and Hall. Bertuzzi sucks. Fuck him. Little bum loser.
I don't know, but
he left us to go play for the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs, and look how well that happened. He got ousted, bitch.
Yeah,
fucking bum loser.
I don't know where the Blackhawks see themselves.
Very emotional right now with that.
Let's go on to Connor Bedard real quick. He's had some struggles this year. Do you feel like this is going to be
guy sucks right now?
I think he's going to be fine personally. I think he'll live up or be very close to living up to his potential. But
fuck him. I have him on my fantasy.
Do you think this is something that is going to wean him a little bit? Is this something that he's going to maybe potentially get over this year? Or does it maybe even leak into next year? What's going on with Bedard right now?
I think you better figure it the fuck out. I got money. I got to win on this goddamn league.
Eric,
I took him like third overall. It's kind of bullshit. Like you think a generational talent like him reach? Fuck that dude. Like, oh my god, you think he would get better with Teuvo and Bertuzzi? No, the guy just blows.
Eric, what's your take?
Look, you know what's interesting is I think this is really like it's an interesting study because it's like. You look at like the Blackhawks and how they're doing their rebuild. They literally tore it down to the studs and got rid of anybody with any kind of value. And look, and they ended up drafting Connor Bedard, but now you're putting him on a team with a bunch of scrubs. How do you expect a kid that's been winning his whole life, that's been like on top teams his whole life, and now it's like you're on a bottom team? Like maybe it'll fly for 1 or 2 years, but I think they got to start like adding maybe like better veterans, start making some trades, bring in some actual solid players. Because you look at it, you look at the way like let's say the Flyers are doing it, where it's like they kept their veterans, they kept some of their like better players, but like not enough to actually be very
Full
good.
scale,
And
yeah.
You know what I think it's going to end up being like, the way you make it sound, Eric? Look what happened to Taylor Hall when Edmonton drafted him. The same situation. They got rid of
Exactly.
everybody. It's going to be the same thing. Bedard's confidence is going to be shot. And like, look at that. I mean, he's a talented player. I don't think he's going to end up like what Taylor Hall did. And I think he's far better in a way than Taylor Hall. No offense to him, but you don't want to see that. So I think I'm glad that they surrounded him with people like Teuvo, Taylor Hall, people not named Seth Jones. Like, it's just a bump. They only gave him that fucking $9 million contract, I guarantee you, so they could hit the freaking cap floor.
That's the only reason they did it, for sure.
And now they're getting bit in the ass because they have players like Teuvo and Connor Bedard who's going to want money. Like, you know what I mean? You got to pay the kid respectfully. He's going to or he takes a bridge deal, but then if he gets better, he's going to burn you in the long run. Get out of that freaking Seth Jones contract.
No one's
Loser.
taking
Bum.
no one's taking that.
Before we move on to the next team, guys, let's do our third drawing of the night.
Let's do.
As soon as I can figure out how to do this again. It's not my fault.
Brady broke it.
But it's not my fault. It was broken when I got here. All right, guys, as always, hey, can we get a quick recheck on who's here, guys? Come on, tell me who's here. I'm going to add your name to this list. Let's go. We got 3 names, guys. Come on, we got to get more. I see 5
get at
people in the
least
crowd.
one
Let's go. Come on, pump them up. Let me see them. What do we got?
Cam sounds like his
And I got
next
J-Sack,
life. He'd
Doug.
be a great auctioneer.
And buddy, I'm like fucking whatchamacallit, like Bob Barker. Let's go,
Well, the
guys. Come on,
price
what do we
is
got?
right.
The price is wrong, bitch.
The price is wrong, bitch.
great
Fuck you
movie.
guys. I'm spinning this
Great
wheel.
movie.
Spin that wheel. Hey guys, look, $359 a month for this car. In case you can't see it, go buy it. View inventory. Quinn's our lucky winner. Quinn's our lucky winner. Yay, go fuck yourself, Quinn. All right, there we go. And we have Doug and J-Sack for our final 2. We will do that before the episode ends. Stay tuned. Our last winner. For our last winner later.
Unless if someone else joins.
And back to your scheduled programming. What the fuck we were talking about?
We were on the Blackhawks,
Chicago.
but let's move past them because I think we've talked about.
Yeah, fuck Chicago. Fucking Connor Bedard, loser. I'm only pissed about it because he's on my fantasy team. Fucking dumb bum, loser. Douche bag.
Imagine having CMC in your fantasy football team.
I'm leaving.
That
now.
sucks. That sucks. Oh my god! All right, Winnipeg guys. Hey, they're slowing down. Let's just talk about that. They're slowing down pretty quick. But they're still a top 3 team in the league. I think they'll be right where they are, and I think they'll finish right where they are. Just an impressive thing.
I mean, that's just. I think it's just a normal, course of the season type thing. Because teams will only be hot for so long, and they'll kind of simmer, and, kind of go back and forth. I think it's just normal. Just normal.
I think so
NHL
too.
season.
I think Winnipeg will make the playoffs, but I'm going to make this bold prediction right now. I think Dallas catches up and passes them. I think.
Yeah,
Don't get me
Dallas
wrong.
probably
I still think they'll be top 3 in that division, but I think Dallas will pass them as a bold prediction. I'm going to make. I like the Stars too much. I like the talent that they got. I think they got a better D. I got just as good of a decor. Maybe not better, but just as good.
Well, they lost Tyler Seguin, so I don't know. Losing Tyler Seguin was big.
That
for
is
the Dallas
true.
Stars,
That is
so
a
I don't know.
significant
I don't
loss.
know if they're going to catch up without him. I mean, it opens the floor for them, or opens more doors for them to make an acquisition at the trade deadline. So that's possible. That's like $9.8 million in cap that they can go get. That's a lot of freaking money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
They still have a lot of young talent there. You have a Jason Robertson. You have Wyatt.
Rupe
Johnson.
Hintz.
Rupe.
It
Rupe Hintz, dude. That team is so good. My nipples get hard.
They
every
have
time.
to be the best talent evaluating team in the league when it comes to drafting. Like that 2017 draft they had.
I don't want to talk about it.
Legendary.
We could have Wyatt Johnson.
I got to give him credit where it's due. Listen, and then you all get what we did in 2017. We had the number 2 overall pick after we won the lottery.
Yeah,
we
Nolan
were
Patrick.
one of the 5 guys that sucked. No disrespect to Nolan Patrick, but
What?
Nolan Patrick just had an unfortunate circumstance. He would have been good,
but I don't think he was playing that good beforehand.
He was playing fine.
I have issues with that Nolan Patrick pick, but look, I think it wasn't necessarily the wrong pick. It's just unfortunate what happened.
It wasn't at the time, no. We all would have did it.
Because look, if they would have drafted someone like a Yakupov, where the guy just flamed out and he was fucking terrible,
loser,
then yeah.
Bum.
But I don't know. I have a hard time saying it was a bad pick if the guy just literally couldn't play because of injury, you know? Like, so at the time, I think it was like, look, man, a center putting up the numbers he
loved
did
it
in
at the
the
time.
WHL at his size, and you saw it, man. You saw the first that his rookie season, you saw the skill, it was there. But then after that, the head injury started, and like, look, he's out of the league. He's been out of the league for a year already.
Yeah,
bum.
it's unfortunate. It's not all his fault. Don't get me wrong.
Loser.
In fact, I'd probably blame more the injury, but I wasn't liking where Nolan Patrick was trending even before that. Like he felt
You
like
don't
that
like
second
anything.
year.
You just don't like anything. You glaze Mitchkov. That's like your one fucking job. That's all you do is just
Oh,
glaze
yeah,
the
he
hell out of
deserves
him.
it. He's ridiculous. Have you
I'm surprised
watched
you're
Mitchkov?
not
Oh,
gonna
wait,
get a
yes, you did
tattoo
watch
on your
it.
penis that says Mitchkov's toy. Like that's like I'm just surprised.
Listen, you had that for fucking Patras and friggin' Lizelle, so stifle.
Okay, hold on. No, I said they need to give Lysel a chance, but Patra is just he's good. I'm not saying
You
I
have a
never said
Patras
Patra.
tattoo on your neck.
Time
Look
out.
who's talking.
Time out. I never said Patra or Lysel was going to be equal or even remotely close.
No, I didn't say
to
that. I'm just saying
Mitchkov.
you.
I'm high on them because they're the only fucking prospects we have, and they're decent. You're
know.
literally you. It's just like Giroux, dude. You can't get Mitchkov's cock out of your mouth.
Listen, Claude Giroux.
It's more like Mitch.
Let him into the Hall of Fame. Claude Giroux for the Hall of Fame.
Shit, dude. Gobble gobble.
Yeah, gobble.
Right down your throat, buddy. You don't need any honey. You just got the sweet nectar from Giroux and Mitchkov just running down. It's disgusting.
It's not my fault we got the break of a lifetime where Montpay fell down to pick 7. There was no reason he should have fell that low. If he didn't have the
$20 million.
geopolitical issues, he would have been picked 2. No question. But
Okay.
I'm just happy we finally got a break for once.
Good job. Very proud of you.
Happens to us.
Very proud of you. Montreal. Speaking of gross, Montreal.
Hey, whoa!
Rick's gonna come in barging into the stream now.
Stagnant ass team. Not even.
What'd you say about my babies?
Dude, I'm sorry. They're good. The defense sucks. Montebo sucks. Team sucks.
Dude, Montebo made Team Canada. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh god, he made Team Canada. Low bar. Like, what Canadian goalies are better?
Mumbo isn't all that bad. Primo sucks, except when he plays us.
Primo's been pee poop.
Yeah, no, Primo's not.
We have Jacob Fowler, so it doesn't.
That's fine. Your defense is just, you guys. I don't even want to say you guys took a step back. You guys are just stagnant. You're not going anywhere. It's another draft lottery year. Like, at what point do you just be like, okay, maybe we need to get rid of some of these assets and actually get some veteran core group guys? Like, I think that needs to be a piece.
Oh, it'll be
you guys
this
have
offseason.
everything.
It'll be
You
this offseason.
need to trade that first round. Like, you're going to have a high pick, but you need to trade some of your first round picks and get some like good shit, because I don't think you need any more high quality draft picks. You're getting saturated.
It'll be this offseason. Like,
there's
there's still some guys that are coming along, but like, I mean, I think too, like, there's a lot of core guys that are, set now that are performing, the way they need to and somewhat like above expectations. Or like a kid,
you do need
like
some
Lane
veteran
Hudson,
presence.
who's been unreal, been the best rookie defenseman, like, by far. It's not even close. I mean, even like Patrick Laine, he's got 4 points now in 4 games since his return.
What's good
almost
with
a
Slav?
year. He's
What's
been
good with Slav?
phenomenal. Slav
Yeah,
actually got a
Slavkovsky.
point tonight again.
Slap is an
Slap-
issue though this year. He is underperforming.
Slap was demoted down to the 4th line at one point, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But that's
I couldn't
gonna
really tell
happen.
you
They
what was
benched-
going on there. No, it
No,
is.
but that's going to happen. Like, they benched Mitchkov for playing hockey. So I mean, like, it's fine. You have to do that. You have to get used to that.
He's
It's
still only a
way.
20-year-old kid. He's learning. Like, it's not nothing that I'm going to be supremely concerned about. And I mean, tonight he's played better. He's got a point. Kirby Doc finally scored a goal. Seemed like it felt like forever, but he needed to get that.
You need to
off.
get. I think you need to get out of Kirby Doc. I don't think he's going to be your 2 seed.
No,
You
I
need to
don't-
get away from him.
No, he won't be. I mean, it'll be. I think for all intents and purposes, the 2 seeds are going to be either someone we draft this year with probably going to end up being another top 5 pick, or even a guy like Michael Hage, who's been phenomenal in the NCAA
Isn't
his freshman
Hage a
season
winger?
for Michigan. No, he's a center.
Nice center.
He's been just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I mean, even if it's not Doc, like, that's fine. Again, Hage is here.
All I'm
we'll
saying
have
is you
another
guys
top
are in
5
year
pick.
5 of that rebuild, and
We're in year 3, dude.
yeah, but you at what point do you start? Whatever you need to start looking at, like, you guys have been like in the draft lottery for far too long, in my opinion. Like, you guys just
3
got Ivan
years?
Demidov. You guys have
Oh yeah,
Slavkovsky. You
Davidoff's
guys have
coming over
Suzuki.
too. Like,
You
it's
have
gonna get better.
you have Patrick Laine. You have Lane Hudson. You have so many pieces. You have Caden Gooley. At what point do you just look at that team and just be like, okay, maybe you need to start making pushes?
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to become super saturated with all these high talented picks, and then it's whatever. You'll end up running into cap issues eventually if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I think they got to start like targeting some like good veterans to bring in and to surround with all those young players.
Yeah, like I said, it'll probably be this offseason, if I had to guess. And look, I forget who the writer was, but of the teams that that have done a successful 5-year rebuild, which is again the goal for the Canadians. We're in year 3 right now, and all but I think 2 of them in year 3 there was a little bit of a regression per se, or stagnation. So again, it's still going along the normal.
I'll put it this way: the San Jose Sharks are in year 2 of their rebuild, like officially. They're performing better than the Montreal Canadiens.
Aren't they? I think they're in year 3 as well, though.
I guess if you want to label it officially.
Yeah, I guess you could call it year 3 for the Sharks, but I mean,
sure, but like they're performing. They made moves to go get Askarov. Like they're rebuilding, I think, a lot faster than Montreal is, and I think they recognize that. Albeit they don't have as much cap space as Montreal, because whoever decided to sign all these contracts and retain all that money is pee poo poo and fucking Kakadudu.
Well, plus it doesn't hurt to have Macklin Celebrini either, though.
Oh, Alex, I knew you were going to highlight.
Right, but I mean, they're also playing in the Pacific. Like, it's compared to the Atlantic, the Pacific's a lot easier division.
Yeah,
you know what I? So. But again, it's growing pains. I'm not overly concerned. Like I said too, I mean, Hudson's been unbelievable. Laine's a point per game now. He's got a goal and an assist tonight, so he's got 4 points in 4 games. I think things are trending upward. It's just along normal progression of the rebuild.
I just want to throw this out there. The New York Rangers lost again tonight.
Yes.
The free fall continues for the boys in blue. They're in
fucking Chicago shit bums, buddy.
2-1. They lost to the Chicago shit bums.
The Chicago bums. That's what they're called.
Man.
I had another creative name, but I had another creative name.
I think Lavi might be on the way out soon.
I think so.
Listen, now that we're on the topic of him real quick, Peter Laviolette, I like him. He's a great offensive-minded coach, but here's the thing. Each stop he has made over the last couple of years, he has been more and more and more of a short-term coach. He is not someone that you hire anymore for the longevity. This is what is it their 6th stop? Carolina, here, Washington, Nashville, and New York. So 5th stop. This is it for him. I don't think he's going to get hired again. I love Lavi. He's a hell of a coach. In my opinion, he's a future Hall of Famer. But I think the game has passed him by. I think this will be his last hurrah here in New York. I think he's going to get canned at some point. They might give him a year, but I'm not 100% sure. And this is an interesting comment. Taking KK over Brady Tkachuk was the Habs' biggest boo-boo.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
Yeah, that one definitely hurt if you think about it.
That was,
It might be Reinbacher over Mitchell when it's all said and done, but we'll see.
All right, guys, before we close out the show here tonight, let's do our last drawing. I know I didn't want to cut it short, and then we're going to close out for the evening, guys. We want to thank everyone in the crowd for coming out. We're going to do the last drawing, and it is between 2 individuals. This is a coin flip, so hopefully you guys enjoy the last drawing of the night.
Did you add? Wait a minute, Quinn isn't. Did Quinn join the last one?
Quinn won the last one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Congratulations, Doug.
Oh, baby. Let's go, Doug. 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 Let's go. Respond, Doug. Love to hear from you. All right, Doug, we actually have your email because we thank you for sending in a message to us. So we'll send that. Guys in the crowd, please remember to give us a couple days in advance to get that situated, just to make sure that we can get it from Amazon, and then we will forward those all on over to you. Guys, so we want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and joining us for our episode 50 celebration. We can't thank everyone enough for being a part of this with us. We're just a couple of hockey fans, except for Eric. He actually does this for a living. So, and again, thank you to Eric for coming on and spending the time with us and, taking the time out of his busy schedule to do so. But ultimately, guys, we couldn't do this without all of you, your continued support. If you guys have any questions for us, you guys can always feel free to reach out to us through our website at don'tpuckwithmedia.com, or you can email us at puckingaroundpodcast@gmail.com. If you guys send us a message through our website, it does go to that email, so we will be able to converse with you in multiple different ways. Guys, final thoughts?
Hopefully we continue to get a good year here. This is insane how tight the Eastern Conference is. The West is a little more open. But yeah, hopefully we get a little more clarity in some of these playoff races as the weeks go on. And I just want to see some good, consistent hockey up into the Four Nations tournament.
Oh, I can't wait till the Four Nations face-off. That's going to be awesome.
Eric, final words?
It's the same thing. Like, hopefully we keep on getting some good hockey. It's been a pretty fun season. Some surprising teams, some good and bad. Like we talked about Nashville, surprised at their shit, and Washington, like, surprised that they're really good. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season.
Awesome, guys. Well, guys, that's going to do it here for episode 50. Like, subscribe, go reach out and see our blogs on our website. We love you guys so much. Appreciate all your support. You guys have a great night. On your boys at Pucking Around. Peace.
Anytime, Matt. I didn't have from the brand. That's fine. We'll make the cuts.
I'll do it.
We'll make the cuts.
Whatever you do, don't expose yourself.
All right, do you have the yips? Like, I don't know. Like,
this has gone off the rails.
I'll give you a round of fisticuffs.
I'm a man of the people. I follow the rules.
yeah.